Every time we call, text, or watch videos online, digital data is being transmitted. But have you ever wondered how those ones and zeros actually travel through wire, light, or even air? In digital communication, there are several steps involved to make sure data is sent correctly and efficiently. In this discussion, we'll go through the main blocks of a digital communication system and see how everything works together. Now, here are the four main blocks of a digital communication system. Think of them like a step-by-step process that data needs to pass through before it reaches the receiver. The first step is called source coding that compresses data to remove redundancy. This step makes the data smaller by removing unnecessary repetitions. This saves space and makes transition faster. The next step is called channel coding that adds redundancy to detect or correct errors. After compressing, we add extra bits that serve as error checkers. This helps detect mistakes caused by noise during transmission. It's like putting a safety net in case something happens or something goes wrong. The next step is called modulation that converts these ones and zeros into waveforms. Computers only understand ones and zeros, but channels like wires, airwaves understand signals. Modulation transforms these digital bits into wave patterns that can actually travel. And the last step is called channel. Channel is the medium used to send these signals. The signal is sent through a medium. This could be a wire, an optical fiber, or the air for wireless communication. First, let's talk about the first step, which is called source coding. This step focuses on making the data smaller and more efficient to transmit. It removes unnecessary redundancy to compress data. Just like zipping a file on your computer, source coding makes the data lighter. Example of this is run length encoding or GIF images. Instead of sending 100 white pixels one by one, it just says 100 white pixels, which make it much faster. This makes the data transmission more efficient, and smaller data means faster sending and less bandwidth usage. Now, let's go back to channel coding. This block makes sure that even if errors happen while sending data, the receiver can still recover the original message. So here are the example that it can do. So it adds redundancy to correct errors caused by noise. Noise is unwanted disturbance that can change signals. Adding redundancy helps protect the data. Example of this is parity check that add extra bit so total ones are even. If the receiver gets an odd number of ones, when it expects an even number, it knows an error occurred. It helps detect and sometimes correct errors in transmission. Without this, even a small mistake in the signal could completely ruin the data. Now, let's move on to the modulation. This step is very important because without it, our digital bits wouldn't be able to move through channels like radio or fiber. Transmissions ones and zeros into waveforms for transmission. Since channels understands waves, we reshape bits into different waveforms so that they can travel. Digital to analog converter or DAC makes signals in time domain. The DAC converts digital data into varying voltage or light pulses that change over time. On and off keying. A very simple modulation method. For instance, a laser turns on to represent 1 and it turns off to represent 0. And the last is phase shift keying or different phases for 1 and 0. This is actually more advanced, where the angle or phase of the wave changes depending on whether it's a 1 or a 0. Now, let's take a closer look at the channels, which is basically the pathway where signals travel. The first channel we're going to talk about is called baseband channel, or low frequencies. Example that is voice or telephone lines. In baseband channel, the original signal is sent directly without needing a high frequency carrier. A common example, like I've said earlier, is voice sent through a landline or a telephone. The next channel is called passband channel. For a longer distances or wireless transmission, the signal rides on a high frequency carrier wave. For example, a Wi-Fi uses 2.4 GHz or 5 GHz to carry the internet signal. Now that we've covered all the blocks, let's put it all together. Source coding compresses the data, channel coding protects the data, modulation prepares the signal, and channel send it through wires, fiber or air, and the receiver does the reverse process to recover data. In short, the process ensures that data is sent efficiently, protected from errors, converted into a signal that can travel, and then received correctly at the other end. That's all. Thank you for listening.